welcome to the Bollywood Talk Show on IWMBuzz. This is your host Shubhajit, and today we are going to be talking about a very interesting subject called relationship. Now, modern day relationships, मेरे दोस्तों, is never really easy. There are some happy surprises, good surprises. But आप क्या करोगे जब अगर एक कोई happy accident हो गया? So I think that is exactly what Tara and Karan are over here to talk to us about. Wish you guys all the best. Thank you so much for coming in. First of all, I love that smile on your face.
Thank you.
दोनों के लिए मेरे पास एक segment है because it's about first. So we are going to be talking to you guys about your firsts. So let's begin with Tara over here. Do you remember your first ever online profile picture? Facebook, Instagram, whatever. Do you remember? क्या था वो?
No, I don't remember. Yeah, I joined Facebook when I was in ICQ. You remember ICQ or MSN Messenger or something ऐसा कुछ था.
Yeah, Hotmail.
हाँ.
Yeah,
तो उस टाइम पे मुझे याद नहीं है. बहुत टाइम पहले.
So let's see how much your memory flashes back with these questions. Do you remember the first book that you ever read?
No, first book never.
Yeah.
वो बचपन में किसी टाइम पे होगा. I remember one of the books that I never finished, which was Matilda by Roald Dahl, which my mother and my family was like, यार मतलब कभी खत्म ही नहीं करूँगी इसको. Like when I was a kid, I didn't like reading. Now I love reading, but at that time I wasn't really like into reading. So yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Do you remember the first movie that you saw in a theater?
First movie I saw in a theater? No. ये तो बहुत पहले की बात है ये भी, because I tell you why I don't remember also, because my family used to go every weekend to watch movies in theaters. So we were fully into going to the theater and watching movies and having popcorn and having fryums or ये सब कुछ. So I don't remember many movies, and many times we used to go and see the same movie 50 times. मतलब उस जमाने में तो वैसे होता था ना.
होता था, correct.
हाँ बार जाते थे.
The next question, I'm pretty sure you must be remembering this. Your first ever crush?
Salman Khan. This I remember. I had just answered this previously also. I had his posters in my room and all. I used to love him.
How sweet. The first thing that you do in the morning. This is the last one for you.
First thing I do in the morning?
After waking up. First thing.
I go to the washroom. मैं बहुत पानी पीती हूँ. I don't think this is the answer you are looking for, but that's what I do.
But ठीक है, we'll take it anyway. Dehydration is serious, so we should take that answer anyway. Okay, moving on to you, Karan. Do you remember the first ever cell phone that you used in life?
I had a 3310 Nokia phone. The Unbreakable. I've answered this before also, but it was a legend. 3310 Nokia phone था. उसपे आप Snake खेलते थे और बहुत ही competitive sport game था वो. It should be at the Olympics. मतलब सबको 3310 के साथ बैठना चाहिए Olympics पे और वो game खेलना चाहिए.
Yeah. Let's look forward to this in Paris 2024. क्या बात है?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember the first time you ever went on a date? School, college, कब?
Yeah, date तो पता नहीं, but I think my first ever girlfriend in Pune, we had gone for a movie, Gangster, on the 19th of June 2006.
Oh, he remembers the date as well. Have you seen that?
I'm good with dates and all. And I asked her out after the movie and all. And she said yes. So I was like, yay. So date कामयाब हो गया.
So I think you're good with both dates as well as date. So I think that's quite interesting and looking forward to learning. Do you remember your first celebrity crush?
I think Sridevi was my first celebrity crush back then. I think
absolutely.
She will always be the most ever shining superstar that we've had.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you remember your first cooking experience in life?
I remember this having, so basically my mom wasn't at home and also my father and me were there. So he was like, let's make tomato soup. So I was like, yeah, cool. So we got like a couple of kilos of tomatoes and I'm like, just ask mom how to do it and all. He's like, no, we'll make it and all of that. So we were basically, I don't know what we did and all. We put some tomatoes in the cooker and all of that and we put some water there and we left it there for like a good half an hour. तो हमको लगा कि कुछ काट के डाला था. And there was smell, the entire kitchen was full of smoke. even though this wasn't my entire thing, but I helped my dad with it. So I also take the credit for that, for burning the cooker up. But it was a disaster. And after that, I took a vow to never even try to cook anything again.
So वो soup बना था या juice बना था? We'll figure that out later on. But moving on to the next question. Okay, the first application that you check in your mobile phone the first time you wake in the morning.
The first time, Instagram.
Okay. ये interesting है. The first major punishment in school that you have ever received. कभी suspend हुए हो आप?
हाँ हुआ, but I think this was more to do with. I remember this on one of my PT classes. We had PT, physical training and all that.
Yes, correct.
And
correct.
I was very heavy. I was very heavy into athletics and all, and I used to love taking. I was very competitive, and these kho खेलते थे हम back then and all of that, and that used to be one of my favorite sports and all. And I remember something went wrong and all of that. I had long nails because you're supposed to show your nails back then in school. वो लोग वो सब भी देखते हैं. So I was like, shit, I forgot to get them. So I wasn't allowed to play that day. So I was just put on the side. And I was like, what the hell and all, yaar. And so that was my first punishment. Yeah, of course, because so back then was very different. No? You're supposed to show your nails and all of that.
Yes, it is.
Your hair का length has to be. No, I can't go with this length of hair in school and all.
वो स्कूल में जाके काट देंगे फिर. हाँ, जाके काट देंगे.
नहीं, ऐसा भी करते थे वो लोग.
Yeah.
Back then and all
that used to happen.
Nails and hair was very important. We had PT classes on like Wednesdays, So So I don't know, maybe slipped out of my mind and all that, but that was a very hard. I don't know, it was just very like I remember that very clearly. So that was one punishment, my first ever punishment.
And I can understand because PT classes we all used to look forward यार कि हम जाके we'll participate, we'll have fun. And वहाँ अगर participate नहीं करने को मिला, it's heartbreaking, दिल टूट जाएगा.
And imagine you have a crush back then in the 3rd standard and all, and she's like wanting you to participate, and she wants you to win and all that, and you can't even participate.
So Tara, you know the real reason now, right? The real reason was the crush, not the
news. मैं
तो
कुछ और ही सोच रही हूँ कि हाँ यार, PT was the best. Loving it.
Okay, this is something you would love to answer. The first time you ever felt like कि हाँ यार, I've done something successful in life. अब तक तो I think बहुत सारे हो गए होंगे, लेकिन the first time.
No, I think definitely this was one of those moments where I believe that. So we never really had a car in the house and all. So I remember my mom telling me that she wants to go to her mother's place in her own car. So I remember I was doing a show and I had made some money and all of that, and we got a first car. And then just the drive from my house to her mother's house, and then there's a photo also. I'll share it with you if you want.
Please do.
Like the family had come down in Vashi, and all of us are standing together, and my nani and my mom were together. So I think that was a very priceless moment. तो मुझे लगा कि हाँ चलो मैंने life में कुछ तो किया है. So that was a good moment.
I think that's really sweet because at the end of the day, whatever we do in life, we want to please our family, we want to keep our parents happy. So if your mother was proud about that, I think that was a really good thing.
No, I won't say it. I did it to please them. I did it also to make. No, for sure. I did it also to, to fulfill one of her dreams that she couldn't herself. So I think that's what family is. It's the army sent by the universe, is what I feel. So the less you do, the more you do, the less it feels. So जितना ज़्यादा करो उतना कम लगता है, तो करते जाना चाहिए. I think it was a very good feeling that particular day, and like moments, some priceless moments of life. So they were great.
क्या बात है. May these priceless moments continue to come in both your lives. Kudos to all of you. I've seen the first 2 episodes, really interesting. Looking forward to the future ones as well. God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
you for your time so and thanks for the questions, and please stay safe.
Absolutely. I loved it. Absolutely. Thank you so much.